वेलकम टू द सिली पॉइंट पॉडकास्ट। मेरा नाम आसिम शफीक है। मेरे साथ हैं फराज फरीद और इमरान अजीज साहब, और हम लोग क्रिकेट के बारे में कुछ बातें करेंगे। सो गाइस, लेट्स जस्ट स्ट्रेट अवे गेट इनटू इट। Before we talk about the matches tomorrow, both of them are very important. I want to speak about a little bit about Pakistan's performance and uh, what's happening with the team right now. पिछला बड़ा जबरदस्त मैच किया हम लोगों ने। उससे पहले जो है जूते खाते आ रहे थे। तो अब मेरा तुम सबसे एक सवाल है। ये सवाल मैंने इमरान तुमसे पहले किया था, लेकिन आई वांट टू आस्क फराज एज वेल कि डू यू थिंक द पाकिस्तानी टीम इज टू रिलायंट ऑन फखर जमान राइट नाउ? क्योंकि जब वो उनकी बैटिंग चलती है तो चौके छक्के के साथ में मैच भी जितवा देते हैं। जब वो नहीं चलता जिस दिन, उस दिन सभी कोलैप्स कर जाते हैं। तो
नहीं
ये
नहीं
क्या
I
चक्कर है? आर वी टू
I
रिलायंट?
don't think that I don't agree that they're too reliant on Fakhar Zaman, and I also don't agree कि जो तुमने कहा कि पाकिस्तान जूते खाते आ रही है इस टूर्नामेंट में. I mean, technically they had one bad match against India where they collapsed. That was one bad match. Okay, other results could have gone either way. The match against South Africa could have gone either way. The match
Do you
against
reckon?
Australia, they started off pretty
And
well. I mean, they bowled a little badly. They started badly against Australia, but there were certain aspects of the match where they were in control. I mean, it could have gone either way, I believe. So I think the match against India was something which where they played bad, they collapsed. Maybe pressure got to them or whatever, but I wouldn't say that they have played badly throughout the tournament.
Nahi, Faraz, I think I would counter you on this. Yes, they played well, but that was in patches. And when you're playing such a tournament like the Cricket World Cup, a tournament of such magnitude, you cannot be playing well in patches. You have to play well throughout an entire game. I mean, yes, we can say that yes, against India, the pressure of that 130,000 crowd and that occasion got the better of them. But I think against Australia, it was a bad performance. You don't drop David Warner on such a
Yeah,
uh, you
that's what I
know
said. They
a
started badly.
lollipop catch.
They
Uh,
started badly.
yeah,
But
I
even
mean,
while chasing, I mean, there was a point where we actually believed that they will get over the line.
yes, again, like I said, they
But
played
like
well in
The
patches.
India match, they were totally down and out.
Huh.
Like after
So,
the 25th
and
over,
then
they were down and out.
अच्छा, do
against
you think do you
Afghanistan, even
think
after getting
do
282.
you think do you think कि चक्कर, हाँ,
क्या
do
चक्कर?
you think चक्कर कुछ ऐसा है कि हम लोग T20 के अंदर खेल खेल के वो जो T20 का स्टाइल है उसको ये लोग अलाइन और कन्वर्ट नहीं कर पा रहे इनटू अ 50 ओवर मैच, एंड दैट्स वन ऑफ द प्रॉब्लम्स एज वेल।
See, to a certain extent, I think that is a valid point. Pakistan has played a lot of T20s. Secondly, T20 stars such as Haris Rauf and some others to name, I mean, I don't have the recall right now, but these people are someone who've come directly from franchise cricket to the national team. Whereas you look at some teams like India and Australia, okay, they have a system in place. They play first class cricket, they play domestic cricket, they play a lot of cricket before they come into the national side. Okay. Whereas Pakistan, a few good performances fast tracks you into the national side, which again is wrong. See, I'll give you an example. Haris Rauf is successful in T20s. He attacks the wicket, he goes straight for the wickets from ball one. Okay. In
हम्म।
longer formats of the cricket, what good bowlers do, people like Wasim Akram did, they set up batsmen. They plan accordingly. पहली दो तीन ball इधर कराऊंगा मैं, like I'll bowl outside off stump and then I'll get one in, and it's a plan that may go across 2-3 overs. Haris People like Haris Rauf, they generally bowl 4 overs in T20 matches and they're done. So I think the short form
राइट।
cricket may have caused some sort of a detriment to Test match cricket, one day international cricket, particularly for teams like Pakistan who play a lot of T20.
See, this is where I think PCB should have played a bigger role, uh, especially this year. Everybody knew that it's a World Cup year, and we are
हम्म।
going to be in India in October. I mean, no 50 over series were organized before the World Cup. It was just the Asia Cup. And before that, Pakistan hardly played any 50 over matches in this year. So how are you going to, check on your players' fitness levels and how are you going to prepare them for the longer format of the game? As Faraz just mentioned, Pakistan primarily has become a T20 team. Sometimes I just think that it's a franchise team playing international cricket. They just play 2020 cricket. I mean, we had a series against Afghanistan before the Asia Cup. Before that, we had a T20 series in Sharjah this year. It was actually supposed to be, as far as I believe, it was actually supposed to be a 5 one-day international series, which was
Mhm.
reduced to 3 1 days, and instead of having a 5 series, they had a 3 1-day series, and the remaining two ODIs were converted into three 2020s. So this was the preparation from the board's end. यू नो आपको तो चाहिए था आप पूरे 50 ओवर के जितने मैचेस खेल सकते थे आप खेलते।
हाँ, सही बात
ठीक
है।
है।
तो बेसिकली जैसे इमरान, आगे मैं और तुम डिस्कस कर रहे थे, मैंने तुमसे सवाल पूछा था कि यार ये बाबर आजम की कैप्टनसी के वगैरह के बारे में। तो मसला
हम्म।
ये है कि मेरे ख्याल से बाबर आजम की कैप्टनसी की भी एवरीवन इज बेसिकली एट फॉल्ट राइट नाउ, जस्ट द पीसीबी,
नहीं
देखो
देखो, I'll be
कैप्टनसी
honest
के
देखो
with you.
मसले,
बाबर
लड़कों के
Babar
मसले।
Azam has made a few questionable calls. Like some of his decisions, I mean, even laymen may say that's a wrong call at this point of time. So
या
yes, his captaincy does leave a lot to be desired. That being said, personally, I still feel that he is still the best bet as Pakistan captain.
ओके, ऑलराइट।
देखो
ओके, सो हियर्स द
बाबर का
क्वेश्चन, नाउ वी
सीन
स्पोकन
ऐसा है कि
विद अबाउट।
बाबर को बोर्ड ने पूरी अथॉरिटी दी थी टू सिलेक्ट द टीम। ठीक है। यस, उसने
इमरान, उस
थोड़ी
मामले में
सी।
थोड़ा बाद में बात करेंगे, क्योंकि वो बहुत बड़ा टॉपिक है, ये टीम सिलेक्शन और जो करंट मसले चल रहे हैं, ये इंजमाम उल हक के, ये हमारे जो है ना कल वाला जो पोस्ट मैच पॉडकास्ट करेंगे ना, उसके अंदर एक पूरी डिस्कशन होगी इस चीज को लेके। तो
ओके।
इसको, सो सेव योर थॉट्स फॉर दैट वन राइट नाउ, राइट। अभी ये कि कल दो इंपॉर्टेंट बड़े मैचेस हैं। सही है, पाकिस्तान के बारे में तो हमने थोड़ी बात कर ली, न्यूजीलैंड के बारे में भी थोड़ी बात करते हैं। उन्होंने बड़ी कोई खतरनाक मार खाई थी पिछले मैच के अंदर, जिसकी वजह से, अच्छा, हर वर्ल्ड कप के अंदर या हर ऐसे बड़े टूर्नामेंट के अंदर पाकिस्तान के साथ हमेशा ऐसे क्यों होता है कि वी हैव अ स्टम्बलिंग स्टार्ट, और बीच में ऐसी मिराकुलसली दो तीन चीजें हो जाती हैं कि सबकी उम्मीदें जाग जाती हैं, सारी कौम जो है दुआएं मांगने शुरू कर देती है कि यार अब तो हम लेके ही जाएंगे, और फिर बाद में फिर ठास करके जो है ना फिर वापस बैक टू रियलिटी।
Last year,
एंड
Last year World Cup also, the 50 over, we came to a
या
disastrous start. West Indies से बहुत बुरी तरह हारे थे, which damaged our net run rate. I mean, after that, I mean, there was a good turnaround. We ended up beating the eventual finalists. Both the eventual finalists were beaten by Pakistan last year's World Cup during the league phase.
एग्जैक्टली या
But because of the damage done in the initial matches, they couldn't qualify for the final.
And Pakistan
या
only
ट्रू।
failed to qualify for the semi-finals because of their inferior net
Net
run
run
rate.
rate, yeah.
Otherwise, they were equal on points with New Zealand.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about New Zealand a bit now, right? So they started off reasonably decent in this World Cup, और लिटरली इनकी, मुझे तो ये एक ही कोई
Much
वजह से
like
ज्यादा
much like
गलती नजर आ
Pakistan,
रही है
yeah.
पिछले मैच में। या तो ज्यादातर तो इनकी एक ही गलती कुछ नजर आ रही है, जिसने जिसने इनको एक बड़ी प्रिकेरियस सिचुएशन में डाल दिया है। हमारे लिए तो खैर डू और डाई सिचुएशन है ही, उसके बाद भी हम लोग जो है इफ्स एंड बट्स में रहेंगे बिकॉज ऑफ द रन रेट सिचुएशन ऑल दैट, इफ वी वेंट फ्रॉम न्यूजीलैंड, राइट। न्यूजीलैंड का क्या सिनारियो, अगर वो न्यूजीलैंड हार जाता है पाकिस्तान से, आर दे कंप्लीटली, like how bad is the situation or good is the situation for them
New
in
Zealand,
case
Pakistan.
New Zealand lose?
See, if New Zealand lose, then they will be equal with Pakistan on points.
Yeah,
After tomorrow's game, Pakistan and New Zealand will be equal on points. I'll just open the points table right now.
8 points each.
can you send me that
Yeah,
link, the points table one, so that I
just
can
go
just
to
share it on the screen as well?
Cricket पे चले जाओ.
Okay,
There'll be, then they have two matches against Sri
but
Lanka
yeah,
and
carry on
Bangladesh,
talking while
which
I'm
they
doing
are.
this.
Yeah. After they lose to Pakistan, they have 2 games with New Zealand, with Sri Lanka, and Bangladesh, which they are expected to win. So
No, no,
that
no,
would keep.
Faraz. I think
Ah,
you are going in the wrong direction. Okay, tomorrow's game is the eighth game of New Zealand and
yeah,
Pakistan, both of them.
Hmm.
So after
yeah.
that, New Zealand only has one game left, which is against Sri Lanka, and Pakistan has
Oh,
only
okay, okay,
one
yeah.
game, which is against England.
Yeah, okay, okay.
Uh, ठीक है, so if
No,
Pakistan wins
Yeah.
tomorrow, they will be on equal points with New Zealand. However, depending on the result, it will decide who is still ahead, either New Zealand or Pakistan. So
and so it'll
Pakistan,
come down to
to
net run
beat
rate.
New Zealand, they have to overtake New Zealand on the net run rate. Pakistan will have to win by either a margin of 83 runs if they bat first, and if Pakistan bowls, if they
Acha, that's
bat
where I wanted
second,
to get to.
Pakistan will have to chase down a total of, let's say, 300. If New Zealand scores 300, Pakistan will have to chase that down in about 35 or 36
35
overs
overs, yeah.
maximum. So that will take Pakistan's net run rate higher than New Zealand, and that will place them on position number 4 on the table. After that, Sri Lanka will play against New Zealand, which will be New Zealand's last league game. So, assuming New Zealand wins that game, Pakistan will again be in an ifs and buts situation in Pakistan's game against England, where Pakistan would know exactly how many runs or how many overs by which they have to win against England so that they uh, overtake New Zealand on the
Net run
NRR
rate. Yeah.
table and move into the semifinals. I think is virtually out of the race because
Yeah, well, the
their net
margin
run
of
rate
defeat
has
has.
taken a massive beating yesterday. So
Yeah.
I don't think they have any other chance of moving into the semifinals. They also have just 2 games left. One is against New Zealand, and the other one is I don't know, against another team. I am not too
I
versed with
think,
the
isn't it
remaining
Afghanistan?
fixtures right now. नहीं, Afghanistan is
अच्छा,
playing
सही है.
against
चलो,
Netherlands today, and after
so
that
now
they
let's
play
talk
against
about New
Australia
Zealand
and
and
South Africa.
नहीं.
Afghanistan actually has a chance of qualifying.
चलो, वो बाद में हम देख लेंगे कि उनका किसके साथ मैच है. तो अभी न्यूजीलैंड और पाकिस्तान के मैच के बारे में भी हमने बात कर ली है. बड़ी एंटिसिपेशन है भाई सबको. कल अब देखते हैं कि क्या होता है. अल्लाह खैर करे बस. मैं आई एम श्योर कि 265 मिलियन पाकिस्तानी सबके हाथ जो हैं खड़े होंगे अल्लाह की तरफ, दुआएं मांग रहे होंगे. एंड बेस्ट ऑफ लक टू द बॉयज. इंग्लैंड एंड
यार देखो,
ऑस्ट्रेलिया
पता है पाकिस्तान
जो कि साथ साथ ही है.
पाकिस्तान को अब क्वालिफाई करने के लिए ना अब थोड़ी बड़ी क्रिकेट खेलनी पड़ेगी, ठीक है. अ, मतलब आप ऐसे ये इफ्स एंड बट्स करके, स्क्रैची होके ये वो आप सेमीफाइनल के लिए क्वालिफाई तो कर जाएंगे, बट देन कहीं ना कहीं आपको वो ये रहता है कि जी क्या हम वाकई में डिजर्व करते थे. एक टाइम था जब साउथ अफ्रीका से हारे थे, ऑलमोस्ट एवरी पाकिस्तानी वाज सेइंग दैट पाकिस्तान इज आउट ऑफ द सेमीफाइनल्स, ठीक है. अब फिर से एक मौका मिल गया हम लोगों
हम्म.
को. हमने बांग्लादेश से बहुत अच्छा मैच जीता, उसके बाद न्यूजीलैंड और साउथ अफ्रीका वाला रिजल्ट हमारी फेवर में चला गया. किसी ने एक्सपेक्ट नहीं किया था कि न्यूजीलैंड 190 रन से हार जाएगी. उसके बाद कल इंडिया श्रीलंका का मैच था, किसी ने एक्सपेक्ट नहीं किया था कि श्रीलंका 300 रन से हार जाएगी. सो थिंग्स हैव गॉन आवर वे. तो अब
हम्म.
पाकिस्तान को चाहिए जो रिमेनिंग 2 मैचेस जो हैं, एटलीस्ट जो उन्होंने बुरी क्रिकेट खेली है पहले बीच में, जो ये 4 मैच लगातार हारे हैं, टू कवर अप फॉर इट, come and play some really, big cricket, like the big boys should be playing, win convincingly, qualify, and then go into the semi-final with some, confidence, with
Momentum.
some momentum, with some weight behind their performances.
See, Australia is more or less qualified. England is more or less out of the tournament. I don't think England can qualify right now. I doubt it. Where are they on the points table? They're at the bottom right now. They're at the bottom. Huh? They're at the bottom of the table. वो कुछ भी करने qualify नहीं करेंगे. And Australia is practically there with 3 games in
The
hand.
the only reason why England would be wanting to win tomorrow's game is Basically, just the
Prestige.
old rivalry, the prestige, against Australia, the bragging rights of, yes, we lost badly, but we still ended up beating you
Hmm.
at least.
We lost our host also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
अफगानिस्तान बाय द वे अगर आज जीत गई तो
They have a
8
chance.
8
They
पॉइंट
need
पे
to
आ
upset.
जाएगी
They need to upset Australia.
ऑस्ट्रेलिया और साउथ अफ्रीका. After today, the remaining two games are against Australia and South Africa.
Hmm.
तो
And they can cause problems for Australia. For South Africa.
सॉरी
for
बॉयज,
South Africa, yes.
थोड़ा
Australia, I
मेरा
don't think
टेक्निकल
so. They
इशू.
Australia,
will
I don't
cause a
think
lot.
so either. I don't think so.
हाँ, against South Africa, yes, they can possibly find a way or two to put them under some pressure.
Particularly if they South Africa bat second.
लेकिन डिपेंड करता है, पता है कि कंडीशंस क्या होंगी ग्राउंड की. आजकल इस टूर्नामेंट में तो कैप्टन्स हैव बीन रियली बैड इन winning the toss and deciding what to do. So out of
Hmm.
the 32 or 33 games that have been played up until now, uh, only 9 times a captain winning the toss has actually gone on to win the match.
Hmm.
So the remaining 22 or 23 occasions, captains winning the toss have basically just, chosen something to do and ended up losing the game. Uh, you know, uh, like yesterday, I was shocked to see Sri Lanka winning the toss and bowling first. Day before
Yeah.
yesterday, New Zealand
New
winning
Zealand,
the
you
toss
same with New Zealand.
and bowling first. I mean, why would you bowl first? I'm
Just
talking about
misread
New
the
Zealand.
conditions.
Why would you bowl first when you know very well how your opposition plays extremely well in the first innings of the match? And looking at the tournament history, the only 2 times where South Africa has been in trouble was while chasing.
When the chasing, yeah.
Yeah, they ended up losing against Netherlands and
Netherlands,
against
and
Pakistan. I
it
think
was a
South
narrow
Africa
win.
had lost that game. That LBW
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
umpire should have given it out. I mean, at first thought when Haris Rauf bowled that delivery in real time, when I saw that
Yeah, it
video, I
was
was
naked
like,
eye, it
he's
was good
gone.
enough.
This was
Yeah, he's
the
gone. You
decision
could
that we were
clearly see the
discussing
leg
the other
stump.
day when I was asking you a bunch of questions, right? कि umpire की decision, he last decision,
Afghanistan.
and it can't be overwritten due to any technical
Yes,
evidence.
Yes,
yes.
Decision umpire ही
absolutely.
की is his, it's his discretion.
No, to get overturned, there should be no reasonable doubt on his call. So basically, it
Yeah,
needs to
beyond
be
a shadow
hitting
of
the
a
wickets
doubt कि यार ये
flush,
लगनी थी.
like right. The entire ball should be hitting the wickets. In this case, it was
Okay, ठीक है, सही है.
yes, yes.
So let's
Here
do
it
one
was
thing,
partially
boys.
going up, so they went with umpire's call.
Before we talk too much, क्योंकि
Afghanistan's next
पहली
match
वीडियो है,
against
थोड़ा इसको
Australia,
छोटा ही
Imran,
रखते हैं. मैच अभी
is
जो
at
है दो बड़े
Wankhede.
इंपॉर्टेंट कल हैं. कल फिर आराम से जो है ना इसके ऊपर और मजीद पोस्ट मैच आई एम श्योर देयर इज अ लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स दैट विल बी टॉकिंग अबाउट. तो लेट्स गेट दिस अप एंड अपलोड दिस वीडियो सून. एंड थैंक यू बॉयज कि तुम लोगों ने ज्वाइन किया. We are going to upload this. This is a pre-match discussion यार. पहला
So
वो है
why
लोग
are we uploading this?
हमने गलतियां की हैं, चलने दो ना.
Thank you for inviting.
कर तो रिकॉर्डिंग
बंद
तुम्हारे
करो
बोलने से
recording.
मैं
चलो recording.
एक
हाँ,
सेकंड. ओके,
exact
थैंक यू
हो गया,
एवरीवन.
recording बंद कर
एंड
दो.
ये हम ऑफिशियली रिकॉर्डिंग कर रहे हैं बंद.